factor that will keep the project going. Your Excellency, before I conclude, I would just like to take this opportunity to quickly recap the performance of our program in Ghana over the last fiscal year that just ended last week on June 30th. This year, between July 1st, 2021 and June 30th, 2022, the World Bank approved a total of $903 million for Ghana. Never in the history of Ghana has any development institution approved such a large amount of money in one single year. And I take the opportunity to thank my colleague development partners for working together toward the common goal of helping reduce poverty.
So the president of Ghana is trending on Twitter, and the reason why he's trending is actually crazy. They are calling him a hypocrite. So Addo went to a summit at Washington, D.C., which is the U.S. African Leaders Summit, and then he went to deliver a speech. And this is the speech he delivered.
We've done enough talking, and dare I say we've had enough conferences and workshops. We know what we need to do. It is time just to do it. We've run out of excuses for the state of our continent. We have the manpower. We should have the political will. It is time to make Africa work. We have good reason to be proud of who we are and the beautiful continent that is ours with its vibrant cultures. The geographic space covered by Africa makes it the second largest of the 7 continents. It has 30% of the world's remaining minerals of value. It has some of the most breathtaking scenes on our planet. It has plants and animals that are wonders of the world and critical for the survival of the globe. I hear a lot about the need to change our narrative and tell our own good story. Ladies and gentlemen, as the saying goes, nothing succeeds like success. If we work at it, if we stop being beggars and spend Africa's monies inside the continent, Africa would not need to ask for respect from anyone. We would get the respect we deserve. Over 30 years ago, one of America's most prestigious Ivy League universities offered a course in Mandarin, which for years had virtually no takers. Today, there is standing room only. And it is not because the course is any easier. It is because the position of China has changed. 30 years ago, 20 years ago, China was nowhere near where it is today. China does not ask for anyone for respect now. She does not need it. Let us make our continent the prosperous and joyful place it should be, and the respect would follow. I thank you for your attention.
After delivering that speech, I know what you're thinking by now. After delivering that speech, a senator in Nigeria, Senator Shehu Sani, possibly butchered the name, but I'm sorry for that. A senator in Nigeria came to write, Ghana's president is collecting IMF loan with right hand and then using the left hand to warn African countries against begging the West for money. So basically, they're calling him a hypocrite. He will say things that he cannot do. Because at the moment, Ghana is in, some agreements with IMF about some 3 billion somewhere. And so therefore, people on social media are disappointed. Some people are telling him, or some people are saying things like he's a hypocrite. Is not the same person that collecting money from IMF. This, that. And I'm like, he doesn't write his speeches. So whoever wrote that speech is to be blamed for it. But how do you go and then you make a speech like this whilst you're collecting money from that same people? It's unfortunate that this happened. But you see, what caught the eye of people is Mohammed's reaction to the tweets that came from the Nigerian Senate. Mohammed said, "I'm shy. Of course, I'm shy. Opposition, propaganda, everything." But anyway, that is what is trending on social media right now. Nana Addo is in trouble. He's been, almost dragged, he's being dragged on Twitter over this particular
our leaders
issue.
they talk o enye won tie futu no oje nim guase obodwem menua ebusia ma yenko tie nkofo response na menua ba like a comment na share na ye de foforo ba on say timi aka me da say
me hu Akufo Addo so a comedian onye serious akwa no enti anu am follow US African Summit no Akufo Addo be kasa after so Lord Austin be keka na kwase asem na Akufo Addo koje mic na Akufo Addo ka kire ne other collect African leaders say when no man gigi aid na mo gigi no ene na ama West ene America fo ni mbuye no enti say yangi aid dia on be respect here. Meanwhile, who Akufo Addo ye pe leader ba kwa Africa ha waji aid pa in the history and yes current in the history of Africa. Upe de waji aid kese Akufo Addo kan. Coronavirus ba ye na di mirika kwa IMF na World Bank. Eko tena ho no mo keka nkwase asema na wojiji $8 billions na ojeje ye. Ebe si na kura ye bisa se coronavirus ni si ye ni sika sign na Ghana ye waste ye sika sign ana aka. Ebe si na huntimi nka nkyere ye. Ye kwaka na say wan amewu ne miti wo sa hwan ekeka kire say for security reasons ne makmanu say for security reasons ntimu ntimi nya calculation kire kwase asem sa leader we na nam a wo ka kire other collect African leaders o ma build your economy ye say mo nji aid na hwan na ji aid chen ye ka aid ni nya free o sika na amokwa World Bank na IMF kwa jejeje na amoka kire mu say aid no there's nothing like free enye aid ni nya free. US for boa British in Second World War almost signing the Land Lease Act or more weapons yeah your friend is say aid no they paid it back sika bebriba Ukraine your friend is saying America is what they come Ukraine now your friend is say military aid no. The Land Lease Act will let them pay everything back. And to say US a catcher will say your mau aid any aid in your free you pay. And to your aid Akufo Addo wabo bosia chain will be in the history of this country. And to say sika bebrebe na aid and akwaje. Sa papa we na lecture other African leaders or ma build your economy ye say mo kwaje aid. Na hwa na aid chen. Sa no kwatena Switzerland Ghana nu mo keka nkwase asem say Ghana, you cook no Switzerland the full CC and Yanka say be produce chocolate. Last 2 years, Mokai videos are me ye fast and kwasi asem no keka no say it is reckless, it is needless. So back keka ansem say Ghana Yanka say be produce a chocolate. I go for the kwaka Switzerland the so mu CC Yanka say be produce a chocolate. Ade anche no do koku ni kusi awawa. Ente ne koku na yete no man mu no kura ye deka. Koku ni nyina sika ne mba man mu biem. Ye di tua bosiaka. Once you are freeway home, what's our Switzerland? I will say, Washington DC, I will say, say, Abrofunis, member African leaders in GG8. Now, I GG the channel. You see, so there is difference between what Akufo Addo say and what he do. Any Yakwakana Mubuafu, Yakwakana, what I know, Penasam, when you say, Oko US, no, once walk when you be uncle. And so about Ghana, how deviate near the Aquanias near the Nenam. Bye bye.
I remember when Ghanaian president was busy moving all over the world and getting celebrated by Western powers. He was well celebrated to the point where he began to feel like he is actually the de facto African leader. Nana Addo, that everybody should just have to queue behind him. He was so powerful, he was all over the media, he was making strong statements, he was breaking and blocking and pushing for Ghana. He was trying to defend the interests of Ghana, sometimes even to the detriment of other African countries in the interest of Western powers. 6-7 years down the line, why is the position of Ghana today? Ghana was lured into a trap, and a strangulating attack on his economy has taken place. For what reason? Just one thing. Ghanaians decided to create a new law that mandated the locals to be able to conduct mining operation and extract the gold reserve that is meant for Ghana. Also extract the petroleum reserve, that is meant for Ghanaians. a somewhat like kind of protectionist approach, something like fighting against the Western interest in Ghana by building the Ghanaian local economy with using the local entrepreneurship and local skills of the Ghanaian people. The West said, no, this wasn't the agreement. We've given you so much dollars to be able to, and also so many platforms where you can go and talk as a new revolutionary African leader, from Ghana that is bringing so much energy to the global system, and suddenly you want to turn behind us. We're going to deal with you. And suddenly the whole global rating agencies gave a very negative value upon Ghanaian currency. They attacked the Ghanaian cedi, broke it in the name of one thing called ESG, environmental governance, environmental and social governance framework of Ghana that does not conform to the United States standard. And that's how they use to be able to break Ghana. Meanwhile, if they come to do this mining, they are going to cause a lot of environmental degradation, extract Ghanaian resources, take over all the Ghanaians' things and take them out of Ghana and create the economy of value outside Ghana. But the Ghanaian president decided to do something right, and the West decided to strike. The attack is upon the cedi, and the cedi is going down, and the cedi will keep going down until Ghana do something right. And what do I recommend that Ghana should do now? Go and join the BRICS countries quickly. Go and recover your powers and your value of your currency and liberate your country by joining the BRICS now. Now.
What are any expectations for the Christmas?
My name is